being an old woman, and I was in my early 40s. And it immediately, I think as well, put me into menopause. I was 42 when I was implanted, and I had my last period when I was 44. So it seemed to happen very, very quickly. So I was dealing with an awful lot, and I think mesh is a known endocrine disruptor, so perhaps that's what speeds it up. But
as it affects your hormones.
Yes, yes. But the worst thing for me, I think, is that as time went on, I mean, for 8 years, I was going backwards and forwards to the GP and saying, I can't use my hands. I couldn't lift a tray out of the oven. By the time it was removed in 2018, I couldn't do pincer grips, so I couldn't put a key in the door. I couldn't grip the key to
When did
open.
you suspect that it was the mesh that was giving you all of these symptoms?
I only in 2018, when there was a BBC article, and my friend sent me a link to it and said, have you seen this? 8 years.
8 years,
back.
not connecting the mesh with all of the stuff.
Exactly.
And what were the doctors saying to you? Because you were obviously going with a whole load of symptoms.
Exactly. I mean, you feel a bit like a hypochondriac because you're going with symptom after symptom after symptom. My GP is amazing and ran a whole heap of tests. But the problem is, while you've got the symptoms, you don't actually have the disease. So all the tests come back normal or within range. And without a diagnosis, there's no treatment. So you have to just plod on. And then eventually you get to the point where you stop going to the GP because you think, what's the point? And you try and adjust and adapt to your new normal and saunter on.
So you found this article which suggested that these collection of multiple symptoms may be connected to the mesh.
Well, this is it.
And then did you get it removed?
Yes.
And what happened then?
So I found Cass Group. I found all of these women. I just posted, do any of you get these, listed my symptoms? And all of these women, yes, 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 yes. And it's a real mixed bag of emotions because you've just found your tribe. You found all these women that are validating.
You've got an answer to what's going on.
Exactly, that are validating your symptoms, and it's, you know, because I had it written up in my medical notes, I didn't find out till much later, that could be psychological, it's menopausal. No, you know what I mean? That was yeah. And
when it was taken out, how soon did you feel better?
Immediately. So it was removed. I was in intensive care straight after it was removed, and I couldn't do this. And I remember starfishing my hands to see if it hurt, and it didn't. And I thought, well, that could be the morphine. I'll see, you know, I don't want to get my hopes up. I'll see how it is in the morning. And they literally went immediately. The only thing,
within hours?
Yeah. And but the only thing that didn't get really much better is the dry eyes. They improved, but not, they're still awful.
Cal, I mean, this is awful what's happened, that something that was supposed to fix the problem actually caused many, many other problems. You are campaigning now for a compensation scheme. How far are you getting with that? I mean, presumably it is on the companies who provided this mesh to compensate those of you who have been damaged by it.
Well, in theory, that's the theory.
Yeah.
But in practice, actually, it's the government who the onus falls on because the NHS allowed this procedure to take place. So in 2020, there was a report called the First Do No Harm report, and there were 9 key recommendations, one of which was compensation to women, because Sharon, myself, there's 12,000 on the group, all of us trusted our surgeon. You have to. We all trust our doctors. And we were given a treatment we're told was gold standard, all been harmed, and we're in this position where our health has been ruined. So 5 years ago, it was recommended we get compensation, and here we are, and we're still waiting to hear from the government.
Post office scandal time again, isn't it?
100%. You know, I have members on the group, 1 in 4 need a stick or a wheelchair to walk, and their lives have been devastated, lost jobs and marriages, and they need that money now.
Let's let you know what a Department of Health spokesperson said. The harm caused by pelvic mesh continues to be felt today. Our sympathies are with those affected, and we're fully focused on how best to support patients and prevent future harm. Well, you're very clear, aren't you, about how they can do that. Thank you both very much indeed.
Thank you.
Yeah, and all the very best to you.
Thank you.
Right.